She's going to her funeral.
Things happen. I got car that she wanted. My first big girl car.
With my new car. Well, old but new car. Just got back home with my new car. Gonna show Bear. Yeah, she's a push to start on the inside, and I'm able to do it out here, but I'm still learning how that works. Hello. Today I have a story time for you guys. It was involving me, Jordan, and my brother. We were involved in a crash just recently, I believe around last month. April 25th was the worst night of my life, literally. It was so sad. So as some of y'all may know, I had my white Ford Escape that pulled up in my junior year into school, drove it since then, got it 2 months before my junior year had started. So that was my baby. I love that car. She was my little bubble. She was my escape, as I would call her. But times come to an end, and rest in peace. Me, Jordan, and Ty, we had gone out for a late dinner because we had just hung out before that. They went to go play basketball, and I did some stretches and all that mumbo jumbo. And so I think afterwards, I know we didn't go to main event, sorry, but like main event is like mine and Jordan's thing, and like whenever we're with someone, like we drag them with us. Like literally it's bad. But no, actually that night we didn't even go to main event. We went to like a late dinner, and that night it was kind of drizzly out, but not too bad. I think it had just like barely began to drizzle out. And so we had finished with our dinner, we were already leaving. And I don't know if many of you are like, or a few of you are like familiar with like Farn, like the construction by the expressway there. It's like the worst, like during like rush hours and stuff. Like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. Right now there's just a lot of construction out there, and so out on the frontage, they had 1 lanes and merging and all this mess that a lot of people don't know how to drive down here, which is so frustrating. If you're one of those people, oh my gosh, get off the road. Get off the expressway, please. I swear I'm not a bad driver. Something that I never expected to happen was I lost my white Ford Escape that night. So we were there on the frontage road, and all of a sudden this Jeep just came to like the hardest freaking brake ever. And I didn't see no traffic, no nothing. So like to me that was really odd. And so how like when you're going through like driver's ed and they're like, oh, like stay like the proper distance, like where you can see their tires. Something I didn't do because of how freaking hard he broke on like a merging lane. So because of that, when the crash happened, let me see, 1 second, you guys. So as we had stopped there, we all 3 of us, we came to like a relief, like, oh, we like are safe, you guys, like we're good. And scanned all 3 of my mirrors, we were good. And out of nowhere, just super fast, like boof, and we just all like jerk back and forth bad. The freaking visors pop up at me and Jordan. Freaking, I don't know if you guys noticed in a few of our videos, Jordan had like a little gash there on the side of his head. And visor that like slapped, literally slapped him across the forehead, which sucks. My brother, was in the back, passenger side. Just all had, really bad whiplash, and just like, like the worst like experience. Just I never thought I would go like experience being in a car crash, and especially me being the driver, because I'm really cautious. My dad always taught me defensive driving, and it's something I've always had. In a way, like I've been driving since what I was 16, 17. Now I'm 20, so I guess yeah, a good like 3-4 years. And then once that freaking white Toyota Tundra hit us, we turn around and all we see is like all the glass inside, and no freaking back freaking what is it, like the window? No, is it window? Yeah, no freaking back window at all. The inside is like sand, like smushed in. And because of like how hard he hit us, we ended up pulling out forward into like the Jeep in front of us. But right away I was so pissed. I freaking put on my emergency signals, was driving super slow, making sure that guy, like, he couldn't merge off anywhere because it was already merging into one. So like there was a hotel right by, and so I made sure to turn in real slowly, so that way I knew he was turning in right like behind us. And like the Jeep did too, but he went in pretty fast. He stopped, and I was just like worried about the guy behind me, because I was like, dude, like this guy freaking slammed into my car, slammed into us, literally. Like freaking Jordan's bleeding on the freaking top of his head. My brother's like, oh, like we're all just like in pain. I had the worst whiplash. My arm, like ugliest feeling, like the ugliest feeling. Made sure that dude, you know, followed us. And so Jordan was so pissed. He was like, oh my god, I can't believe it just happened. And he gets out the car real quick, and that guy, as he's getting out, the guy literally, he says, I didn't see this, but Jordan says, like, the guy literally just jumped out his big old lifted Toyota Tundra. And after that, he's like, oh, that he calmed down, because he's like, okay, like, it's just like, it's just a little short dude, sorry if you're watching this, but you know, little man syndrome. Truck guys are like, you know, small. Yeah, he came out of his truck and we were just talking, and I was in freaking shock, like so much shock, because I was like, oh my god, like my car, it's gone, like what's gonna happen, like now what? I freaking right away I call 911, right away I call like my mom, like, hey, like come, like I don't know what to do, like I've never been in this situation, like never expected for something like this to happen. So I was just like, oh my god, like going back and forth, my head was just all over that night. Just crying, like my car, it's gone, my car, like nobody understands, like my car. Was so sad. Oh, and so the Jeep that was like in front of me, I guess he ended up stopping, but we really didn't pay attention really. And I guess because like nothing had happened to his car, you know, he drove off, and like all I had was like a good like gash in the front of where I could say I sandwiched into him. And I'm thank god, you know, nothing happened to his Jeep, at least I don't think, because you know, he didn't come up to me or anything, surprisingly, which I was, you know, waiting for. And I didn't even notice that he like drove off, because I was just like all over the place, while my brothers are like, oh my god, like calm down. I'm like, it's my car. And Jordan's like, okay, like you're fine, and I'm just like, no, like I want my car. Like it was almost paid off, you guys. It was almost paid off. It was so exciting, you know, like from working and everything, just being able to, you know, pay that. I was like so excited. I was like, oh my god, I can't wait till she's paid off, you know, road tripping in her. And then like I had like the best idea, freaking putting stickers all over the back of her. Like I just couldn't wait till she was all paid off and she was like completely mine. Oh, I could just say that was a very crazy and hectic night. But dude, like thank goodness, you know, we're still here, we're still alive. And I'm really grateful for that, because you know, a lot worse could have happened. And I'm just glad that that was the worst that happened that night. Things happen, things come to an end, and my car was ready to go. She said peace. Literally that night too, right after that happened, I guess like since he freaking slammed into the back of my car really hard, like the battery was out. The next morning I was gonna go and get an oil change, because I was like really over, like at borderline, like needed an oil change. Like that baby was gonna burn on me. My escape was gonna burn on me. And then I had like 30 miles of gas left, because that's literally what we we're gonna go do. We we're gonna go put gas and then head to my mom's and just crash for the night. But none of that happened. Instead, I was just crying the whole night about my car, and like how like all three of us were thinking about like, oh my god, my back, my neck, my arms, like so much pain. Like when they said like it feels like you got hit by a freaking truck, like it feels like you got hit by a like freaking truck. Like it was the ugliest feeling, like waking up, you know, for a whole week. It's just, you feel so stiff, like oh, it's just the worst. And I don't wish that upon anyone, because it's just not a fun experience at all, like at all. But you know, that's how that went, which was, you know, pretty stressful, crazy situation. But of course, that's what led me into buying myself a new car, as you guys will see in the next clip. And I am very excited to show y'all, and I freaking love my new car. It's a 2012. It's a pretty old, you know, it's an older year compared to my Ford Escape, which was a 2016. But since my new car, it's a Ford Explorer 2012, it does have a lot more features that my last car didn't, which I'm like excited and like thankful for that I was able to, you know, afford that. And it has a sunroof. I always wanted a front one and a back one. It has like the cooling seats, the seats that move forward once you get in, the push to start, something I had always like, it's not something I had always wanted, but I always thought it was pretty cool to have. So now I have that. And yeah, just like some pretty cool features that I just was not expecting to get in a car, because I had just lost my car and wasn't, you know, expecting to be able to afford anything, because I was paying, you know, for my older car, and that's where all my money had kind of gone to. But, you know, with the help of things, I was able to get myself a new, I call it my unibrow, my little red unibrow, because she has like, I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like she has a unibrow. So as you guys will see,
Man, we look like twins.
Guess what? We got the car.
I got the car that she wanted.
My first big girl car.
Okay, she'll show it to you in a minute.
Just 1 second, but we got the car. It's now officially official. Just got back home with my new car. Gonna show Bear his brand new whip he's gonna be riding in. You ready, Mr. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. You ready, Mr. Well? Oh, he is so awkward in my hand. Oh, a little tour of the brand new car. She has a unibrow in the front. She's really funny looking, but it's okay. So, key, only one key. Kind of sucks, but it's okay. I'm the only one that drives. She's a push to start, she's a push to start on the inside, and I'm able to do it out here, but I'm still learning how that works. She has nice freaking interior cooling and warming seat. She is super huge. Look at her. She even has seating back there, but I stowed it away, as it says. There's a little button to put it. And yeah, my little car even has a sunroof, what I was wanting for like the longest time in a car. And it's so huge. I feel so tiny in my big car. Yeah, I can't wait to go on little rides with me and Baby and Jordan, of course, and just drive everyone around. Go camping in my car. It even has a thing to attach to go camping. I can't wait for that. Oh, I love camping. You guys don't understand. I love traveling. It's like my favorite. But I just can't wait for my new journeys and my new little car that I got today.